Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me for another segment of Chess Tips. My name is Charles Galofre, and okay, for today's video, for today's tip of the day, we're going to talk about walking the opponent's king. So in the following illustration, we have a game between Zakic and Svitkovic from EOS 1989, and what do we mean exactly by walking the king? So yes, we're personifying the black king. We're assuming that he's going to go for a walk, and typically that means that the king is going to walk towards the center of the board, and we do that by sacrificing pieces and then drawing the king out from his house or his shelter of pawns. And we typically do this as a way of attack. It's a strategy for attacking, and it's a very efficient one. The following position, it's white to move. How would you do that? How would you take the king out to a walk? So go ahead and try to figure out what the best way of doing that would be in this position. The move for white here is queen takes pawn on f7. And this move is incredibly shocking because obviously we know the value of the queen. The queen is worth 9 pawns, and we're sacrificing it on move 14 of a chess game. So it's pretty incredible. King takes queen, and now bishop to c4 check, bringing the bishop, aiming it towards the king. Now the king only has one move, and that's rook to e6. If he plays any other move, he gets checkmated. For instance, if king e7, then we play knight takes f5, and that's checkmate. If king to g6, if king to g6, then we play h5, and that's checkmate. So, with that in mind, the only move is rook to e6, defending. Now white plays knight takes rook. Now he's still threatening to check the black king with the bishop, and he's attacking the queen that's on d8. So the queen has to move, and the only square for her is a5. This is the only square. Knight to c7 check. King to e7. Knight to d5 check. Notice how the white pieces are just raining on top of the black king. King d8. Knight e6 check. King e8, and now a very fine move, bishop to d2. What white is doing is that instead of capturing the rook that's on h8, white is trying to remaneuver his pieces so that they could all join the attack towards the king that's stuck in the center of the board. So queen to a4, bishop b3, queen takes pawn, and now could you see what move white would play here? The move white played is rook h to e1. He's bringing in his last piece to the attack. Now notice every single piece is participating in the attack. The rooks on the e and d files, the bishops, and the knights are all aiming towards the king. With that said, there's only one move for black here, and that's rook to b8. Any other move gets checkmated. For instance, if he moves the queen from the file after queen takes pawn, then black would play knight to c7 check, king f7, and after knight to f4, white will checkmate the black king after he plays d5, and white captures it with the bishop. So going back, rook to b8. Now the rest of the game is simply a matter of technique. White is going to exchange the rook for the queen and progressively harass the remaining pieces that are on the board, and he does this in the following fashion. And as you can see, the pieces just rained all over the black king, and after knight to c6, black resigned because he gets checkmated. If king to c8, then rook to c7 checkmate, and if king to e8, then bishop to f7 would mate the king.